Hello Aries, welcome to your eternal tarot channel. This is going to be your reading about your current situation, Aries. You have cards popping up for you already. This is Queen of Cups popping up for you, the Moon card as well. Okay, so what else should Aries know about the current situation? Seven of Wands, interesting. The Chariot, the Sun, and the Hierophant. Great. So Aries, you have the Queen of Cups, the Moon, the Seven of Wands, the Chariot, the Sun, and the Hierophant cards showing up for you. You have four major arcana cards showing up for you. And I'm seeing speed. You're regulating your emotion. You've regulated your emotions. You're in control of your emotions. You're in charge. And with the Chariot and the Seven of Wands energy, as well as the Moon energy, I'm seeing something that has to do with accelerated growth, immediate, very sudden. Maybe offers will come to you where you'll be told to use your expertise. With the Hierophant card showing up for you, your expertise to channel growth for yourself, and in some ways as well, these offers are job offers where your expertise and your knowledge, your industry knowledge, your know-how, technical know-hows will come in very handy, and you see people offering you top dollar to just teach people or to just do something in their company in order to just have you on their team, right? And with the Moon energy as well, I can see you. For some reason, I'm seeing movement with the Moon energy in terms of accelerated growth. So you're tapping into the unknown, into the mysteries of the world and learning more. And you can see it with the Hierophant energy reflected, where you are basically just growing. With the Moon energy here, I see growth. I see movement. Movement in terms of rapid change in situation, change in lifestyle, change in the usual way of doing things. And I can see it corresponding with the Moon, Seven of Wands, and Queen of Cups energy. Interestingly enough, the Chariot here denotes a certain level of groundedness, but it has to do with a firm foundation, right? So even though the Chariot typically signifies movement, here it's signifying growth, like you're laying a foundation, you're planting a seed, and that seed is growing, will grow rapidly, especially with the Sun energy reflecting on the seed, giving it energy, giving it nutrient, right? And the Queen of Cups energy nurturing this seed and it being well planted and watered with the water of the Moon, right? And the light of the Moon and the Sun reflected on the plant, on this seed that you have planted, that you're planting. You're watering this seed and it's growing into, maybe you should check the characteristics of what the baobab tree represents, because I just heard the word baobab tree. So I know that the bamboo and the oak trees have their characteristics, have their meaning, right? Well, here, what I'm seeing here is roots that are so far reaching that they go beyond just the physical representation of where the tree is at. This root extends to many territories. And I'm seeing here the baobab tree. I'm seeing something that has to do with the sunflower, right? So you're reflecting an intense energy, and you're in your nurturing era. Your current situation is not just about your current situation. It's not just about current happenings in your life. This is something that has to do with a longevity, a long term thing, where the moon and the sun is two sides of you. So Aries, you can be fiery with the sun energy, but you're also quite calm at the same time with the moon energy. And so the true essence of who you are, your real self, the marriage of two sides of you are now in one, right? People only usually knew just one side of you. So with some groups of people, you show maybe the sun side of you. With other groups of people, you show the moon side of you, the mystery, very mysterious, very reserved. And others, people that interact with you, know the happy-go-lucky, extroverted version of you. And that is how you felt for quite a number of years. For many years now, you felt that in some time, during some years, what people really saw of you was the reserved person. Some even thought maybe you're shy. And in some other years, people really just regarded you as the extroverted life of the party. And depending on the time in your life where you encountered different individuals, each of these people or groups of people would have different things to say about you, right? But now, what these cards are showing is that you have come into your own. You are now fully yourself. And the shadow figure, your shadow self with the moon energy, right? Your shadow self and your front facing self, what people typically generally see, are now together. You're not hiding one, whether deliberately or not. You're not hiding. You're now ready to show yourself, and you have long since been prepared for this moment, because for the rest of your life, the way I'm seeing it with these cards, with this reading, for the rest of your life, Aries, the complete version of yourself is what people will see, not just some versions of you. And this chariot energy, where you have planted the seed and the Queen of Cups is watering that seed with the moon energy on it. I'm smiling so hard because you have entered into your spirituality. So for some of you, you were kind of, maybe there was a level of discontent that you experienced where you felt you were not living up to your potential, or you felt that there was more that you could do, or you felt that there are more actions that you could take, or you felt maybe your thoughts were just all over the place. You were just trying to clear your mind. But now you are clear-minded. You have high vision, and your spirituality is sound. I'm seeing something here about secrets revealed. And I'm so fascinated by the fact that the moon and the sun card are just in the same line. There's a linear growth. So what has happened previously in your life is that you've been experiencing a cyclical movement where everything just goes in a circle, right? So even though there were changes, it was just a reflection of the same old thing. You were basically living life in the same way, the same cycle of life. Even if you had different experiences, it was similar. There were so many similarities. But now, especially with this moon and sun position in this way, there's a linear growth. There's a There's a straight path. There's just a forward movement where you're just walking the straight line, right? And you know what to do. With the Seven of Wands here, is showing that you are doing things properly, strategically, deliberately. For some of you, you experience so much suffering without even realizing that you suffered until after you left this situation of suffering. It's quite something, isn't it? You had to bear a lot. You had to handle a lot and just keep going regardless. Now you're free. I'm seeing freedom here. I'm seeing freedom of expression, freedom of self, freedom of movement, freedom of growth. There aren't any chains that are, or shackles that are tying you down. Your plants can grow. I'm just seeing a lush field of green grass and like a forest of wonderful trees that are so green. There is so much nutrient available to them, morning, noon, and night. Let's see what more we can know about Aries' current situation. What the Oracle cards wants to tell us about Aries' current situation and what the cards are already laid. The sealed letter. Ooh. Okay, is there any other thing to know? The bridge. You have gotten to the point that you've desired for so long. With the bridge, it's asking you, what transition are you experiencing? What must you leave behind? And what awaits on the other hand? And with the sealed letter, is saying, is there something left? Is there something unsaid in your life? What truth needs to be spoken or acknowledged? And you can see with the bridge here that it corresponds to what the tarot cards have said so far about your current situation. That for years you presented as something, you were living in a cycle of life, and now you've transitioned into a linear growth, a constant development where nothing can stop your shine. And you have the marriage of your shadow self. You've made peace with who you really are, accepting of yourself. You know what to leave behind. You have left what needs to be left behind. And you're ready for this growth because the wisdom of the past has prepared you for the present. And this sealed letter, what is this sealed letter? What is this sealed letter? Let me get clarity on what the sealed letter is for Aries, about their current situation. Queen of Pentacles, Eight of Cups. This Queen of Pentacles represents the seed. So again, with the seed, the chariots, remember I mentioned something about planting and seed and growth, right? This Queen of Pentacles and the sealed letter, because the Queen of Pentacles gives clarity to the sealed letter, right? Also, the Eight of Cups showed up to give additional clarity, right? And with the Queen of Pentacles showing up, it's basically corresponding with what was earlier said about the seed, the seed, right? And you know, typically the seed is kind of covered, right? You don't really know, except you know in some ways what what type of tree or what type of seed it is. If you see a seed and you plant it, you might not even know what type of fruit will come out of it, or what type of tree will come out of it. You just keep watering and hoping for the best. But with the sealed letter, there seems to come an instruction manual of what this seed is and how to nurture it. And that is where you see the Hierophant energy popping up for you and basically saying, oh, this is how to go about the growth of this thing. This is the user manual, if you will. This is the user manual of the seed. So whatever is unsaid, there's some truth, there's some inner truths that you can only discover by doing what you're already doing in your current situation, a marriage of or a union of your shadow self and your front facing self, right? And tapping into your knowledge, your esoteric knowledge, your spirituality, and letting go of things that do not serve you with the Eight of Cups showing up for you, crossing that bridge, because you can see with the Eight of Cups, it's like you're crossing, you're moving away from something. So that transition that you're making to go to the other side of the best version of yourself, that's going into the best version of yourself, not the other side of the best version of yourself. Going into the best version of yourself is to tap into the inner knowledge that you have. You know what to do, you know how you're growing, you know how you got here, and you know how it will work out for you. You've left the bad situation, you've left the bad things behind, you've left the bad experiences behind, you've left the things that made you suffer, and you've moved into this phase of grandiose growth, right? And with the Queen of Pentacles showing up for you, it is basically a balance of financial independence. So what you nurtured here with the Queen of Cups, the plants and the seed that you nurtured, the ideas that you nurtured, that you watered to ensure growth, your regulation of your emotions is birthing a great legacy for you with the Queen of Pentacles, and basically helping you gain great financial independence and manifest an energy of growth. It's quite a good one. Let's see if there's any additional message that the Oracle deck wants you to know about the current situation. The envious rival. Okay, be mindful about people around you. Don't diverge information unnecessarily. Watch your words. Protect your energy. Protect. Be very protective of your energy. Be very, very protective of your energy. Protect yourself. You're in a good place. Don't let anybody come into your space that shouldn't be there. Be militant with the way that you protect your energy. Be a gladiator of yourself. Be a warrior of yourself. Right? Can we see what the envious rival, why the envious rival is showing up? Your energy is so good. You have such a great leadership quality. You have such a great growth. So the reason the envious rival is showing up is because people will recognize this. Some will try to sabotage it. That is why you need to protect yourself. That is why you need to ensure you don't diverge information. You don't tell people what you're doing. You don't tell people about your next steps. You don't even share whatever spiritual knowledge you have acquired or whatever lessons you have learned. Don't give people tips and tricks about how to do what you do. Be very, very deliberate about protecting your energy, protecting yourself, and overall, just enjoy the ride. You have survived the craziness of the past. You've survived the craziness of the world. Now it's time to enjoy yourself, nurture yourself, protect your energy, be very protective of your energy. Nurture your mind, nurture yourself. And you'll see that you have financial, spiritual, emotional stability and growth. Thank you for watching my eternal tarot channel. I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.